Another Monday come, and another Monday gone. That means it's time to review Monday Night Raw.
Is that what it means?
Yeah, we are your hosts.
Oh, all right.
That's Cronus. I'm New Jack. We are the Gangstonators.
That's a tag team I don't even know. That's impressive.
Yeah, it happens.
Huh.
And before I go into any more explanation on who the Gangstonators are, let's talk about what matches went down
Yes.
on the Raw.
By the way, welcome to episode 47.
Numbers don't matter anymore.
All right. Yeah, it's just like WrestleMania. It's getting too old.
It's like, whose line is it anyways?
The reviews are made up and the numbers don't matter. All right, for the matches for Monday Night Raw on this Raw review, we had the New Day defeat Randy Orton and Roman Reigns. We had the Masters defeat the Ascension.
Yay!
We had Dean Ambrose defeat Seth Rollins.
Other yay!
We had Rusev defeat Fandango.
Oh.
We had Stardust defeat R-Truth.
Boo!
I'm not going to say who it is, but John Cena defeated someone in the U.S. Open Challenge once again.
They probably already know if they're watching this.
Yes. John Cena defeated Sami Zayn. Boo.
Also boo. But yay, Sami Zayn on Raw.
Sheamus and Wade Barrett defeated Neville and Dolph Ziggler.
Boo, because Sheamus was on that team.
And then in the main event, Randy Orton and Roman Reigns wrestled to a no contest.
Randy Orton and Romaine Lettuce wrestled to a no contest in a salad on a pole match.
It was almost as good as Triple H versus The Broom. And Ric Flair versus his jacket. But we opened up Raw with Randy Orton and Roman Reigns both taking a moment to talk about how they're going to win the triple threat match at Payback. It's the usual thing. You know, you got the challengers coming out. They both want to get at Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins is a douchebag. And he's had nefarious means to defeat them both and keep the title away from them. So, you know, the two of them banter back and forth a little bit. And you're expecting Kane or maybe Triple H's music or Seth Rollins to come out and say something. But instead we get the New Day.
Yeah, interesting, but also I appreciate it.
I did too. And
because it's a good way to get more heat on the New Day.
And it did kind of click because Randy Orton did give Woods and Kofi Kingston.
He started bobbing the New Day song.
Randy Orton was in a really good mood. Like, he was just...
He probably got laid.
Oh, that's what it was.
Maybe.
New Day come out and they start talking about all this negativity. You're ruining the mood. You need to get with the positivity.
You need to drink Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Not a sponsor. It's we're the only champions here, and we are going to defeat you in a 3-on-2 handicap match per the Director of Operations. So Kane makes a 3-on-2 handicap match. The New Day taking on Roman Reigns and Randy Orton. A good match, a fun match. Randy and Roman kind of just having fun with the New Day. They got along for the majority of the match, which was kind of what everyone was expecting to, cause the dissension because they're both going for the title. We get a moment where both of them are totally in the driver's seat. We got Randy Orton getting ready to...
Which is weird because driver's seats are usually small.
It's an extra
to have two of those guys that size.
They were in Canada. It's a weird car.
Oh.
It's Bizarro World. Especially with wrestling. And cars.
Yeah, Bizarro.
Anyway, Randy Orton is about to deliver a RKO to Kofi Kingston.
Out of nowhere.
Xavier Woods turns him around so he gets the RKO. Randy turns back around. He's getting ready. Kofi's up on his feet. But before he's able to turn Kofi around for the RKO, you get Roman Reigns barreling through. Kofi moves. Randy Orton gets the spear. Big E pulls Roman out of the way. And Kofi Kingston is able to pin and defeat Randy Orton, picking up a win for the Tag Team Champions. And obviously, this isn't very good for Randy or Roman, but Kane takes it upon himself to come out and say, well, it's not so bad that you lost to the Tag Team Champions. If your night was over right now, you could hold your heads high and just know that you gave it your best. But your night isn't over. because in the main event, you two will face off against each other in a one-on-one match. So, the Authority screwing with the challengers once again.
As per usual.
And Kane goes to the back after this, passes the New Day, who are super happy, like, oh, we did it, Kane, aren't you proud of it, blah, blah, blah. Meets up with Rollins. Rollins sees that Kane's trying to make nice after all the things that have happened.
But he don't care. He's going to give Kane a piece of his mind.
He don't give a damn.
He's going to be all like, Kane, you're a moron, you're stupid, you're tall, you're going bald, you got a widow's peak that would make Vegeta jealous. You're stupid.
And Kane says, well, guess what I can do? I'm going to put you... Since your match last week against Dean Ambrose was...
marred in controversy.
Yeah, that's the word. Since there was all kinds of outside interference, I'm going to make sure that it doesn't happen because you are going to go one-on-one with Dean Ambrose, and J&J is banned from ringside. What? Even though Kane was the outside interference on SmackDown.
Yeah, which Seth Rollins brought to light.
But it doesn't matter because he's Kane, he can do whatever he wants because Triple H and Stephanie aren't there. We had Renee Young interview Ryback in the ring talking about the attacks from Bray Wyatt. Ryback apparently has great control over the crowd because he turns Goldberg chants into Feed Me More chants.
Yes.
Very impressive. Good for you, Ryback. He pretty much reiterates what he said last week in a backstage interview that, you know, he doesn't know what Bray Wyatt's reasons are. You know, he wants to try and make me fear things. You know, I wake up every day, I want to be successful, blah, 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 blah. Does all this stuff.
I eat negativity and poop positiveness.
He pooped out the New Day.
He pooped out Bo Dallas.
Ew.
It's weird. Ryback poops can be WWE superstars. He's big enough. My only complaint with this segment is this promo lasted a little bit too long.
Yeah, it didn't, and I don't understand why it had to be out in the ring. It could have easily just been a backstage interview again.
I think that's exactly why they did it in the ring. It's because they didn't want to run backstage interview 2 weeks in a row.
But to have him say the same thing was just kind of redundant.
Yeah.
Didn't really do anything. Bray Wyatt comes up on the screen and says, you know, you think you're impervious to fear, but guess what? I'm going to show you different. Just like everyone else, you will fail, and you will fail against the new face of fear. Run.
Yeah, he's making this claim to Ryback, making a threat that everything he loves will fade away.
Yeah. And
so will he.
Yeah. Well, and we know that Ryback has been, you know, after his like kind of his promo going about his career, you know, what happened through the Nexus and, you know, coming up and becoming Ryback. You know, he's always been about positivity, you know, trying to, you know, be more successful and you know, just get to new heights, and now Bray Wyatt's trying to take it all away.
Yeah, I'm curious because I feel like with the promos, Bray Wyatt keeps reiterating this, that he's going to take away everything that Ryback loves. I feel like at some point this means Bray Wyatt's going to have to bring something from outside WWE. Perhaps a family member, a girlfriend, something.
We're gonna get, like, you know, Ryback's gonna have like a really big win. He's gonna be in catering, have this giant plate of food, and he's gonna turn around and talk to somebody. He's gonna turn back. It's gonna be gone, and we're gonna find out that Bray Wyatt stole it and ate it all himself.
What? He's the eater of worlds and other food. You can tell he eats other food.
Yeah,
he's a husky dude.
He's a husky Harris. Right? Okay, moving on. Up next, we have the Masters taking on the Ascension. The Ascension getting more offense than I expected. Actually, taking it to the Masters for a little bit, double teaming on Tyson.
Tyson is significantly smaller than Ascension.
Yeah. But then he gets some separation. He gets the tag to Cesaro. And Cesaro proceeds to European uppercut Victor 10 times, running him from turnbuckle to turnbuckle.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was...
And then he got spun.
Yeah, Tyson dives out onto Connor to take him out. We get the tag, we get the swing and drop kick combination, and the Masters pick up another win.
Looking strong, Masters.
We have Renee meets up with Seth.
I just figured out why they haven't officially named them the Masters.
Why?
Because they're feuding with black guys.
That's fair.
Okay.
Renee asks Seth how he feels about his match against Dean Ambrose. He says, there's only two things I have to say. That this match has no point, and Kane is a moron. Seth. Buddy.
This sucks because earlier during the altercation he had with Kane threatened that if he said one more negative thing, he would make some sort of stipulation to the match with Dean Ambrose, possibly one arm tied behind his back, or his feet tied together, or handcuffed to the ring post.
And you don't want to be in any of those situations against Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
You need all your limbs to fight Dean Ambrose.
I was personally hoping for blindfolded.
Oh. I don't want to be blindfolded and have Dean Ambrose come at me. That's a terrifying situation.
Right.
Instead, Kane makes this match. If Dean Ambrose is able to defeat Seth Rollins doesn't have J&J at ringside. Kane won't be out there. Triple H and Stephanie aren't there. If Dean Ambrose picks up the win, he will be added to the title match at Payback, making it a fatal 4-way. This match,
you got excited
course,
when that happened.
Oh yeah, this match was just it's so freaking good.
It's typical Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins.
It's never bad. It's just always amazing. There's just back and forth, all kinds of shit. They're
diving
and flipping and elbow drops and all kinds of stuff going on.
At one point, Dean Ambrose turned into a manatee.
He did, a psychotic manatee. And yeah, it's so good. Like their chemistry is just ridiculous against each other. And J&J end up breaking the rule and coming down. They get involved, but it doesn't matter because Dean Ambrose is able to sideswipe them. They get taken out. Seth Rollins tries to roll up Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose does a little go behind, rolls up Seth Rollins, and beats Seth Rollins. And now we have a fatal 4-way at Payback. Holy shit!
And if you can't tell, this guy's slightly
I was
excited.
so excited.
He had Kermit the Frog.
Yay! Yay! I was freaking out, man. It's so cool. It's just, oh man, it's so good. So after the match, Rollins is pissed at Kane. Tells him, last week you let the pole make it a triple threat, and now you're putting Dean Ambrose in it. You suck. Blah 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 blah.
And he's like, "Hold on, bro. You keep this up, I'm gonna make this like a 12-person match."
Wouldn't that be a thing? Holy shit! This Seth Rollins against 12 other people.
Seth Rollins just has to defend it in a Royal Rumble.
Oh, that would suck ass.
He has to be number 1 and then win.
But Kane says, "Hey, I'm just trying to make you better. That's all this is. I want the best for you, and don't worry, I have a plan."
Yeah.
We'll have to see what Kane's plan is.
I don't know.
Then we have...
I sense almost a little hint of sarcasm in Kane's voice.
No.
I just get this weird sinking suspicion that he doesn't quite care for Seth Rollins.
What?
I know.
You're crazy,
Could just be me.
I think it's just you.
Alright.
We have Byron Saxton talking to... Was it Byron talking to Lana?
Yes.
Yes. I couldn't remember.
It couldn't be Renee because that would be too much hot at once.
Yeah, this is true. The camera would have exploded. He asked Lana about how she feels getting the adulation from the crowd. She says, "I have no idea what you're talking about." She tries to switch it back over to talking about Rusev and Cena's match at Payback. Then Fandango shows up and says, "Don't fight it, Lana. Let the WWE Universe love you because it's euphoric." And then you know how Johnny Curtis can get. He's a little creepy. He got a little creepy here.
Dude, he's a lady killer. Dango's a lady killer.
Rusev walks up.
Hashtag complicated nacho.
Hashtag naked grandma. Rusev walks up just as Fandango is taking off, and Rusev is not happy. And up next we have Rusev versus Fandango. And Fandango, what the fuck? He was on fire here and had some major offense against.
Yeah, well, I mean, Rusev was very dominant through most of the match.
Yes.
But it wasn't until we got Fandango on the outside and he started getting Lana to do the Fandango.
Happy Lana. I love Happy Lana.
Yeah.
She's having all kinds of fun, and all she's doing is this. That's all she's doing. She's having a great time.
And Rusev got mad and made her leave. But that was the opening that took Fandango, his distraction.
Yeah.
He posted Rusev twice, got him to the ring, drop-kicked him like 3 times, and then Rusev beat him.
Yeah. Rusev shoving him off the 10 count, is stomping him in the back 3 times and beating him with the accolade. Unfortunate. Up next, we had Stardust taking on R-Truth. Stardust coming out with a bag.
Yeah.
Little screen-and-screen promo saying, R-Truth took away my chance at being king, and so now I have to destroy him, and I know just how to do it. R-Truth kept getting distracted by the bag, taking a couple...
Well, Stardust kept going for the bag every chance he got.
Yeah, so then that got R-Truth going, okay, I want to know what's in that bag, and R-Truth ends up getting Stardust down to a point where he's able to go grab the bag, looks in it and freaks out, throws the bag in the air, and we get rubber spiders or plastic spiders or
They
whatever.
could be rubber.
They're all whatever kind of material they were made of all over the ring. He freaks out. Stardust gets a roll up and a win, and R-Truth runs away, high-stepping the whole time, trying to get away from rubber spiders.
That's not cool, Stardust.
That was the thing.
You can give him a panic attack.
Give him a heart attack.
R-Truth's getting old. Go
Yeah.
easy on him.
Then we had John Cena doing his open challenge. He
cuts a huge promo about the Rusev match first.
Yeah, he's fighting the crowd the whole time because the crowd is very anti-Cena.
Yeah, well, them Canadians, they're still butthurt over Edge losing the TLC match in Canada. Well, yeah, you better understand because it was in Canada.
Yeah.
Edge is a Canadian.
So we have, Cena says, all right, the open challenge is on. Who's going to accept it?
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Holy shit, Bret Hart comes out, but he's not dressed to compete. He's out here to introduce a great wrestler, an up-and-coming wrestler,
Heath Slater.
Heath Slater is tired of being attacked. He's going to get his open challenge. He got RKO'd out of nowhere. Then Rusev attacked him from behind out of nowhere. He's tired of getting attacked. So what happens? Bret Hart whacks him in the face with a microphone.
Hey, at least he can't say this one was, out of nowhere.
No, that was right in front of his face.
Yep.
But then...
Very in-your-face attack.
Bret Hart says, I'm out here to introduce a hometown boy, an up-and-coming star, NXT's own Sami Zayn. The crowd loses their fucking mind. Sami Zayn comes out.
You got up off the couch and started,
I had to walk around.
Circling around.
My only other option was to flip this table, and I decided that was a bad idea, so I got up and I walked away.
I think I would have laughed really hard if you flipped the table.
It was my only other option at that particular moment. Sami Zayn and John Cena have a great match. Cena ends up picking up the win with his springboard stunner and AA combination, but Sami he got some great moments. He was playing up the shoulder injury, and
yeah.
I'm wondering if that's probably going to play into him and Kevin Owens' match coming up at NXT TakeOver Unstoppable. But he fights through the injury. He's got a lot. He gets his torpedo DDT through the ropes.
That was awesome.
Kicks out of an AA, and Cena can't freaking believe it.
Yeah, Cena got all up in the referee's grill.
But Cena does pick up the win. Does give the respect to Sammy. Rolls out of the ring, lets Sammy have his moment. Like, hey, I'm on Monday Night Raw, which is pretty cool.
They should have played his music though.
That would have been awesome. Renee tries to get an interview with Sami Zayn post-match, but the New Day takes over.
Yeah,
and
says,
like, hey, "Why do you want to talk? Why do you want to talk to Sami Zayn? Did you see what we did earlier? Blah blah blah." The Masters come in, start doing the New Day sucks thing, and
Natalia starts shimmying.
That was hot. Yeah. New Day walks away, and they're not too fond of the Masters as per usual.
It's okay though, because we're fond of Tyson Kidd and Cesaro and Natalia.
Yes, we are. The Bellas are coming down. Nikki is about to have a singles match, I'm guessing.
With Naomi.
This never gets underway because Naomi and her new best friend, well, actually family member, Tamina, attack the Bellas and just destroy them. Naomi saying that your reign over the Divas division is over, and this is what family really means.
Yeah, family really means we're gonna do what you guys were doing like 2 months ago.
Except we ain't gonna be twins.
Yeah.
Then we had our tag team match. We had King Barrett teaming up with Sheamus, taking on Neville and Dolph Ziggler. I don't think this was as good as their match a couple weeks ago on SmackDown.
Nope.
Still entertaining though. Barrett has all kinds of things now.
Well, he's got a scepter and a cape and a crown and a microphone
and a bull hammer and an iron fist and a boo. He's got all kinds of stuff.
And he's got a tag team partner with a goofy ass mohawk and a stupid braided beard.
Neville gets to show off quite a bit. Ziggler gets some good stuff in. Neville almost picks up the win over King Barrett.
Sheamus causes a bit of a distraction, though.
Yeah, he kicks Sheamus in the face, and then he goes for a springboard, but unfortunately he flies right into a bullhammer, and King Barrett picks up the win.
Yeah.
So
Barrett's elbow went about 3 inches deep into Neville's forehead.
Yeah.
I think he touched his brain.
A little bit.
It's alright, that's some royalty.
And then in our main event, Roman Reigns taking on Randy Orton. We get a little bit of a surprise, though, because Kane and Seth Rollins and J&J all come out.
It was awkward because, okay, sure, I'm not 100% surprised that Kane is going to make an appearance.
Yeah.
Because he's screwing with these guys to begin with, but his music hits and he walks out shirtless.
Yeah. His plan involved him taking his shirt off. Awkward.
But also appointed Jamie Noble to be the special guest ring announcer.
Even though they'd already been announced.
Yeah. And Joey Mercury is the special guest bellkeeper.
Oh. Good job, Jamie.
And Seth Rollins on commentary.
And Kane was the special guest ring enforcer.
The special guest shirtless ring enforcer.
Yeah. Well, you can't enforce with a suit on. It doesn't work that way.
I guess.
But Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, they pretty much have a slugfest. There's not a lot of technique in this. It's just a lot of punching and clotheslines, just a lot of brutality against each other over what happened earlier in the night.
They're blowing an accidental spear way out of proportion, I think.
Well, it's Randy Orton. He's got a temper. And Roman Reigns is Samoan, so he's going to take it. He's going to take it way over the top, and they're just going to beat the shit out of each other, which they do. But it only gets to a certain point because then Kane, Jamie gets punched in the face by Roman Reigns because he's right behind him, and Roman
And you don't do that to the secret weapon of the authority.
Oh, Seth's just running his mouth on commentary. It's hilarious.
Oh, I thought that was his nose.
Well, I don't think he was sick. I don't think his nose was running. Oh. But this all breaks down. Kane goes, all right, you know what? Fuck this. Everyone just, swarms on these guys. The bell never rings because Joey's not over there to do it.
Yeah, the real bell keeper is over there going meh.
They all just they
let me off early.
It's a 4-on-2 attack. They're just destroying Roman Reigns and Randy Orton. They try and mount a comeback. Roman Reigns does his dive onto everyone on the outside, but he gets taken out. Gets back in, tries to fight back. Dean Ambrose comes out, makes the save. They get rid of J&J. They get rid of Kane. So Seth Rollins is stuck in there with all 3 of his challengers at Payback. And he kind of like does this little juke and jive around Randy Orton and past Dean Ambrose, but unfortunately gets caught with a spear. And so Seth Rollins is down. And Randy goes, oh yeah, the spear. You know what? That pissed me off. So whoop, RKO onto Roman Reigns. And Dean Ambrose goes, what the fuck? He's my friend. Fuck you, dirty deeds. And Dean Ambrose is the only person left standing at the end of Monday Night Raw.
I feel like that was less of Roman Reigns as my friend, more of a, well, I want to do a finisher too.
Well, him and Roman are still buddies. Like, the look on his face, as soon as the RKO happened, he's just like...
He's just had flashbacks of the Shield implosion.
His automatic response is dirty deeds. But I thought it was cool that we went off the air Monday Night Raw. Dean Ambrose is the last man standing. So, I'm so hoping for a Dean Ambrose title win. Oh, for the love of God. How awesome would that be?
I would enjoy it.
I would enjoy it a
I'm
lot.
not lying.
I'm really excited for this match, if you couldn't tell by my reaction earlier.
I'll make it the one prediction.
Do it.
The Shield will triple powerbomb Randy Orton at some point.
Shit. I think this is setting up for... Because, you know, Randy Orton obviously is a main eventer, so he's going to be in the title picture. But once this is over, this is setting up for the triple threat between the Shield at SummerSlam for the title. Or it's just going to be the 3 of them.
I like the concept. I've been wanting to see that for a while now. I'm going to be a little less excited for it if it happens, though, at SummerSlam, because Royal Rumble triple threat main event, WrestleMania main event got turned into a triple threat match, Payback has a fatal 4-way main event. It's not going to mean that much to me if SummerSlam has a triple threat main event.
That's fair. But they do have the history between the 3 of them. So, yeah. I mean, be a good story going in. We'll have to wait and see, but that's my prediction. And that is it for this week's Raw review. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. Be sure to check out all those links down in the description. Twitters, Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, Reddit. Emails. His email.
What?
Email him.
My email?
Your email.
How's my email get down there?
I'll put it down there.
You son of a biscuit.
Send him stuff. Send us stuff at fanstalkwrestling@gmail.com. Don't. Hey, stop it.
You stop it.
It's gross.
You're gross.
That hurts.
Your face hurts.
Be sure to post down in the comments what you thought about Monday Night Raw. What do you think about the Fatal 4-Way that we're going to be getting at Payback for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship? And be sure to
What did you think about the Fatal 4-Way if you're watching this in the future?
Whoa. I don't want to alarm you. There's a playlist right to the left of you.
Is it looking at me?
Yeah.
Is it? It's looking at me. Like...
Yeah. Yeah. It's no. Be careful though. It's got a midweek wrap up. It's got a SmackDown rundown, and it's gonna have an indie news eventually. Just. Be sure to check out the playlist. Don't startle it. Just let the playlist keep playing and check out the next video. It'll be fine. Oh my God, Kevin!